Is Google Glass dead? Why did Google stop selling it? And what will come next? All that and more coming up in this video. What's up everybody, my name is Johnny and I'm here today to talk to you about Google Glass and all the rumors that's been going around and all the crazy things that I'm seeing in the online news media and stuff like that. Alright, so long story short, is Google Glass dead? Definitely not. Capital N-O-T, not dead. Reason being, just first and foremost, is Google themselves, straight from the source. They have announced on one of their Google Plus posts that Google Glass is in fact not dead, but actually in further development with anticipation of waiting for its future release. They've stated that it's graduated from the X Labs and a bunch of other different things, and thanking supporters so far for where it's gotten there to this date, etc., etc. So long story short, it's definitely not dead, and once again they have actually themselves confirmed that it is still full-fledged moving ahead, and not only, I mean, obviously I'm sure the consumer version's already been in production for a long time now, but now it appears they might be getting ready for a public launch. So let's hope on that one, yeah. And also I'll try to link that that Google Plus post down below so you can see what I'm referring to as well in their exact words. So second, where is it going? What can we expect next? Well, obviously we can expect the actual official public version of the Google Glass device. The consumer version, I mean, even though it was had its different stages of going from straight beta, limited program, having to get an invite, to being sold on Google Play Store, which is a public Play Store that anybody can buy it from, or at least within the participating countries, etc. But the actual public official version will be something that you could find not only online, but maybe at your local retailer as well, electronics retailer, etc. So what can we expect from the next version? The name, first of all, don't know if it's going to be called Google Glass 2.0 or whatever, or maybe just Google Glass, because it's never really been, once again, officially publicly launched. So we'll see on that. Specs wise, we can definitely pretty much speculate what it's going to be. We can already imagine, and I can pretty much already guarantee, almost guarantee, that you can definitely see some great specs like Intel chipset on board to give it that much better CPU performance, and of course still high gains in power consumption because Intel's done a really good job with that lately. You can also expect to see same amount of RAM, 2 gigs, maybe higher, maybe 3 gigs, we'll see. Also definitely an upgraded camera, at least recording in 1080p. Technically we could squeeze 4K in there, especially if they use different codecs like VP9 and stuff, but 4K does still consume obviously much more power, and technically still even more data, and it creates more data file sizes after that video is recorded and stored or whatever. You know, those files are larger obviously than a 1080p file or 720p. So will we see that implemented? Don't know. So I guess I would say it's more like a 50-50. I really hope so, because 4K has been out for a little while now, and obviously more displays and TVs and all these different devices are being able to handle it and support it, and of course our awesome VP9 code. So will we see 4K? Don't know, but at least 1080, which is fine, at least if we can get 1080. Hopefully we'll also see some type of image stabilization, because it's much needed if you're on a wearable camera when you're always moving around. You definitely need some type of image stabilization, so hopefully we can see that implemented. Price. Well, you can expect it to be way less. I've been told by Google themselves directly, in various times even, that price is definitely a big concern, one of the biggest concerns for them obviously, and they're expected to be much less in the future. So, you know, obviously common sense would tell you that as well, if they want to release it to the public, etc. So expect the price to be much less. I'm thinking there might be 2 price ranges, and I'll tell you why. I don't know for sure. I mean, maybe not at least at first, but it would be a good idea if they created 2 separate versions of the device. One is a sport mode, or a sport edition, I'm sorry, and another one would be more like a luxury edition. And what I mean by that is, like, the sport could be more weatherproof, you know, designed for rugged ability, like where you want to wear in your everyday usage, you know, different cool color options, etc. And the more luxury version could be the more fashionable design, because obviously, you know, they're going to be working with a lot of fashion partners and whatnot, and possibly using some of their designs or materials in these versions as well to make it more stylish. So if we do have that, then we could see, obviously expect the sport, let's call it that for now, that edition to probably be anywhere, a good price range if they really want to sell it would be anywhere from 300 to no more than 600. If you get past 600, it's going to be really hard to push. But you know, they might market in that area just like an unlocked smartphone, or like a like a super sweet, awesome Nexus 6, for example. And then of course the luxury versions would be anywhere from like 700 on up, depending on what you're doing. Kind of like what Apple's doing with their Apple Watch as well, having different versions like that. So we'll see. Also, and a little side notes on that as well. Speaking of fashion, Ivy Ross was brought in May. She's now also in charge of the glass project, at least one of the portions of it. In this case, definitely the fashionable aspect of it and whatnot. She's actually a former fashion executive, so that's cool to have somebody in that great expertise on board the team. Furthermore, Tony Fadell, if I'm saying that right, he also was recently brought on as well. He's the guy who helped co-found Nest and also helped with Apple's iPod success. So he's now going to be overseeing the project, and Ivy Ross will be working under him. So I expect great things out of those two peeps alone, and bring in the best of both worlds, hopefully. Smart technology and fashionable as well. And then what else I was going to think? I think availability, right? I expect at least announcement probably at Google I/O 2015 coming up here. I believe it's usually in the end of May. You usually have them. Would so love to go to one of those, but good luck even getting a ticket. As we all know, if we ever try to get in, those tickets sell out literally within 30 seconds, or 60 seconds or less. I think one year was like 30 seconds. It was crazy. So yeah, I wish I could go, but statistically I probably won't be able to obtain a ticket even if I could afford it. Yeah, maybe Google, if you're listening, I'd love to attend your keynote if you could please make that exception for me. But seriously, yeah. But we could probably expect an announcement during that time frame, because if we remember when they first announced it, it was also at a Google keynote where they had the awesome, super sweet, spectacular event, with the skydivers and the live streaming and all that great stuff. So hopefully they will announce it as well this year. Hopefully, hopefully they won't take another year off because it's already been out, for a few years now. Hopefully they'll announce it this year, and then we'll have. And then if they announce it in the keynote, when it could go on sale, probably within the next 30 days after that, kind of how they follow suit with previous launches of the Nexus devices and whatnot. Moving on, lastly, one subject I want to touch, which I don't want to touch too much because it's already been well over saturated, well over brought out, and I just even hate talking about it nowadays, but privacy concerns. Obviously, if you're a Google Glass fan, you're probably not concerned about that. But there are a lot of people who are unaware of Google Glass, what it is, and anytime they do hear of it, the only thing now they think of or that pops in mind is privacy concerns, because that's how bad a lot of media and rumors and everything have made it out to be. That sucks because in actuality, as funny as it kind of sounds, there's nothing really to be, all in all, there's nothing really to be concerned about privacy. And I'll explain why. And first and foremost, as a disclaimer, I am also 100% agree with privacy concerns in general. I don't want to be filmed when I'm not knowing it, etc., etc. Obviously, and any of us would feel that same way, right? But when it comes to Google Glass, there's a lot of stuff we need to straighten out. To simplify it up, to make this long story short, number one, I'm going to clear up two misperceptions and conceptions about it. Number one, the camera is not always recording. Always remember that. It appears that that's what a lot of people really feel, that the camera's always on, always recording, kind of like a personal DVR or PVR. That is not the case. The camera has to be turned on and recorded, or has to initiate recording by some type of command, vocal or by touching and tapping and scrolling through on the menu. If you've ever played with a Google Glass, for example, on the side there's a little trackpad. Anyway, number two, having a camera always facing you. I understand that concern as well, because like let's say you're talking to your friend and they have that camera looking right at you, maybe it can make you feel a little awkward, or especially to someone who you don't know, like in public, checking out in a cashier line, checking out some groceries or whatever. I understand that point, but let's not get extreme with that, which we've been doing a lot, like with bars banning Google Glass and now the MPAA banning it from movie theaters. That is extremity. Let's not get that crazy. And the reason why I say that is because of this. We're forgetting one simple thing. We've been having cameras facing us this whole time, and we maybe didn't even realize it anymore because we've gotten so used to it. What am I referring to? Well, one of the biggest devices that we all have usually in our pockets, a smartphone, for example. Every time you take out your smartphone, there's two cameras even, camera facing you, front facing, and rear, usually on most smartphones nowadays. Every time you take out your smartphone, you might be checking your email, playing a game, browsing the web, whatever. But what is that rear facing camera pointing at? The rest of everybody in the room, in the general public, in the mall, wherever you may be, etc. And we don't have people always come up to saying, hey, your camera's facing me, are you recording me? Hey, your camera's facing me, are you recording me? You know, we don't have that happening, so why would we also do the same thing with Google Glass? That'd be very hypocritical, because Google Glass is essentially the same thing as a smartphone. It's a computer, a mobile computer, but in this case you're wearing it instead of holding it. So if we look at those, I mean, just basic common sense aspects of it all, I hope we can really tame down this extremity that's being pushed towards Google Glass. Anyways, I don't want to get any more on that, because I'll let logic and reasoning and common sense tell the rest for us. I don't need to be doing that. Alright everybody, so that's been my little spiel on what's in the news about Google Glass, how it's doing, where it's going, etc., privacy concerns, blah, blah, blah. I hope it wasn't too long. Let me know how you feel about it as well. I might try to do more of these, etc. But lastly, I would like to please ask you one great big final favor, and that is, if you don't mind, please subscribe, like, comment, and share with all your friends and family. Share this video and my channel, and just who I am and what I'm trying to do, etc. And that last one is a big one, sharing. Unfortunately right now I'm not really that big on social media at the moment, so if you could please help me out by simply clicking on that share button and sharing it to whatever biggest social media platforms you're on, I would so greatly appreciate it. Because as you may or may not know, being a small YouTuber, a new channel with little views, etc., it's really hard to get seen in the big world of YouTube with all these other great channels, etc. So by sharing my videos and my channels and helping to get the word out of what I'm doing, you can really help me out in hopefully succeeding in this great endeavor. So I really appreciate it. I really want to do this full time, and I really need your support in doing that too. So thanks so much for watching once again. And lastly, I want to give a shout out to Google Helpouts. You may or may not know, I'm actually a Google Helpouts provider. So if you guys ever need any type of tech related help, from computers, TVs, tablets, smartphones, even some automobiling technology as well, like how to fix your car, whatnot, whatever the case may be, please check me out on Google Helpouts. I'll leave a link down below as well, above the comment section. And please check me out. Your first help out is free even, using my promo code. It's on my profile, so you can just try it out and see how you like it. And it's really cool. It uses Google Hangouts technology, so we get to see each other face to face via live video. And of course we have awesome great tools like remote desktop sharing, remote desktop control, screen sharing, and file sharing, and all these other cool things. So please check me out on Google Helpouts. I would love to see you there as well. Alright, so thanks so much, take care, and I'll see you in the next one.